Good afternoon, class. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the evolution of the legalization of marijuana across the United States over the last decade. One major question is, have the state and federal governments prepared regulation in order to make this industry a success? 24 states now have legalized marijuana for medical use or some other form of use, while only 4 states have legalized it for recreational use, those 4 states being Alaska, Colorado, Washington, and Oregon. Marijuana, or cannabis, is now commonly being used in the medical industry. Marijuana is prescribed to cancer patients to reduce nausea and vomiting induced by chemotherapy treatments. Studies show that marijuana performs as well or better than many other prescribed medications which are used for treating the disease or treatments of the disease. Studies have also identified that marijuana is less toxic to the human body than many prescribed medications intended for similar use. It is also used in the treatment of HIV/AIDS patients. Marijuana treats many symptoms for these patients, such as nausea, appetite loss, pain, and anxiety. Multiple sclerosis is another great candidate for cannabis treatment. Marijuana serves as an anti-inflammatory, which is a major symptom of the disease itself. The drug also provides pain relief and reduces muscle spasms. This list is not intended to be all-inclusive. Marijuana is also used in the medical industry to treat a broad range of diseases. Symptoms of diseases, symptoms of disease treatments. Marijuana has also been open to recreational use in the 4 states as mentioned above. Researchers are predicting that 10 to 15 additional states will be adopting this legislation over the next 5 years. There are many economic benefits to the legalization of marijuana. Marijuana has created a whole new industry, which brings more jobs in many fields such as regulation, farming and agriculture, sales, consulting, delivery, advertising, marketing, web, and software. States that have legalized marijuana for recreational use are seeing billions in tax revenue. Statistics show that over 29 million arrests have been made for marijuana charges over the last 50 years. The legalization of marijuana for recreational use allows police officers more time and money to pursue other criminal activities. It's also been researched that the lack of funding into the criminal field due to illegal sales of marijuana is also inhibiting criminal activity. Marijuana legalization opens the industry to safety controls that were not being regulated before it was legal. The legalization of marijuana is not all benefits. There are also implications that need to be addressed. There is still a lot of regulation surrounding the industry that requires attention, involving marijuana growth, sales, substance abuse, and many of the fields previously discussed within the economic impact. Without proper regulation, this young industry is set up for failure. Marijuana alters perception, similar to alcohol, and must be regulated as such. This is an addictive drug and has been deemed by addiction treatment specialists as a gateway drug to more serious illegal drugs. There are negative health effects associated with marijuana use, such as memory loss, lung health, higher heart rate during use, and some studies have identified mental health issues over the long term. I believe with proper regulation, the marijuana industry could be very medically and financially profitable, but society should proceed with caution. This is especially important during the early stages of development for the regulation and legislation process, while studies are still identifying common implications of the drug.